Hello and welcome to 705R Studio live on Instagram. I'm Stephanie Jennifer, your host for today's session. I should be joined by Debbie and Susan in just a bit. It is the 23rd of March 2022 today, and it is quite cloudy in Singapore today. Beautiful day. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. And I will be spending about an hour and a half together and just hanging out. So if you'd like to draw along with us, get some of your materials ready, and we'll be tangling together. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Debbie is joining us in a different venue today, in a different spot.
It was kind of difficult to find like the correct angle. Yeah, because it's kind of too bright.
Have to the irony of a problem, huh? It's too bright.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Isa. Hi, Debbie.
Yeah.
Am I connected to the right account?
Are you connected? I think so, yes.
Oh, okay.
Tangle pursuits. Suddenly have to check, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, oh no.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, if you're joining us live, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. If you're watching a recording of this session, the recording of this session will be made available on our Instagram at 7forest5rivers. And you can also find it on our YouTube channel. Here's a link for you. I changed the little sign. Yeah, and these weekly tangling sessions, the social tangling sessions, we usually focus on the challenges featured in the 7F5R challenge group on Facebook. You can find the group by searching 7F5R challenge directly in the Facebook search bar, or you can also go to this link to find it. Yeah, so if you'd like to tangle along with us, take out some materials. You can see Debbie and Susan setting their tangling area up. Maybe I see you have some tinted tiles on your table.
Yeah, I can't decide which one to use. But I'm trying to avoid blue because my entire feed is blue.
Well, it's the blue theme currently, right? In the
Yeah, but
7F5
I think
book.
it's kind of like too much blue.
Too much blue. And then what pens will you be using?
I haven't really unpacked my work stuff, so whatever I have, well, it's basically the same as always, like just like ink pens and then my microns. I don't have my grey jelly rolls though, but I have my white jelly rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough. I think that's okay. Yeah. I
What
also have
about
my
you?
water brush.
Yeah, water brush important. What about you, Susan?
Yeah, today I'm going to use the gray Zandala.
Grey
Okay.
Zandala.
Then the pen is the black O1. And also I have my new gray series micron.
One of the first among the three of
Okay.
us, right, to get yours.
Yeah, soon 7 shop will have.
Yes. So if
the
you're
light cool gray and the cool gray. Yeah.
okay, so there's how many?
Yeah.
There's just two lah, two kinds.
Two kinds, but they have different size. I think they have a 005. The one I didn't
Wow, so
buy.
small.
Then I bought the 01, 05, then the 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mm.
that's a good size.
Yeah.
I am using a tinted tile, tinted using Lindy Scaring Magical. And this paper was actually slightly larger, but I actually cut it down to a postcard size. And then we'll see what we can create today. So Debbie, would you like to share today's stream with us?
Hang on, try to adjust a little bit so that it's clearer. Yeah, it's a very rainy day, so
Oh, it's raining
I
your
was
side.
trying to. Yeah, it's very heavy actually. Should I just hold it up? Can you see? It's so heavy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite quiet, considering that it's so heavy.
It's all relative, isn't it?
Fair enough. Or maybe it's just
Okay, so
excellent noise cancellation.
but the noise cancellation is the ear. I mean, when you listen, it's not the mic, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use one of these, but I haven't decided. I'll just put it aside for a while. So today's string, oh, sorry, grabbed the wrong thing. Today's string is actually, I'm just going to show you a demo in one of the pages of my sketchbook, how to do the string. Is it clear, Steph? The angle
Yeah.
and everything.
Okay, so
So let me just grab a pen. Oh, all are 0 1s. Hang on. Okay, let me just grab a writing pen. Yeah. So actually today, we've actually gone through like 3 squares, 3 circles, right? And then
3
we did 3
seats.
triangles as well, right? Oh
And
yes, we
3
did 3
seats.
seats as well, and then
Yeah.
3 triangles. So today we're gonna do 3 lines. Oh my god.
Very good.
You hear that?
Yeah, that I heard.
So with 3 lines, assuming this is your tile, you can place your 3 lines anywhere. So you can have them like coming off of your tile, for example. Or you can have, and then 1 in the middle. And then you can have like, do it like a cubine.
Mm.
I bet you never thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or you can do it like kind of like opposite of cubine. So you have like 3 lines, right?
T or Y or an I.
Yeah. Or you can be boring and go for a T, and then you have 3 lines.
C. Z is
So,
also 3 lines.
sorry?
A Z shape. Z shape
Yeah,
is
I was
also
going to
3.
do that next. So you're going to have like this. Am I too low?
No, I can still see.
You
do
can
like
also do
curvy
it
line.
kind of like paradox. Hey,
Hey, it's
like,
triangle.
how
They
is it?
cheat.
It's 3 lines.
Triangle.
I don't want to demo the string really. The next one you shall do it yourself. So horrible. Then you can also do it this way and have like 3 segments to do like border style.
Well, that's not 3 lines.
Okay, fine. 3. Happy?
Okay.
Right. Or you can do it
Wavy.
like this way. So you have like 6 boxes. You can create a legend. Right, so there are many, many ways to play with this string. It doesn't matter what size or shape of the tile you are using. As you can see, I'm holding 2 sizes. Maybe I should zoom out again. Can you see? Hang on. Yeah, so I'm actually having a A6. So this is Medial Ibeli's A6. And then the other one is a Strathmore 500 that is slightly bigger than A6 like that. So you can use whatever tile you like. I'm still debating back and forth which one I should use. Should I proceed to talk about Bravensword?
Sure.
Or do you want to talk about your tiles there?
What about my... Oh, I did like a... Because I like the... Would you call it the bloom version of Bravensword?
Oh, don't give it away yet. I
Radial.
haven't stepped it out.
Yeah. So like in preparation for that, I thought like having a 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, that intersect in the middle,
Okay,
that
so
create a sort of
Steph's
base shape. It will be
3 lines
easy.
is kind of like
Yeah. So it doesn't really
Yeah.
touch the corners. Yeah, but it like sets up the sections for my Bravensword. So maybe you can consider that a bit of cheating. Wow, Susan's 3 lines.
Well, it's not cheating,
Very
right?
interesting.
It's still 3 lines.
Yeah, fair enough. Susan looked like
You
a
can-
road that is
you can
disappearing
even-
to the distance.
You can even do 3 lines like that if you want, like without touching anything or without a
Yeah,
border.
like a
Yeah.
hovering island string.
Okay, so shall I?
Steph is
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, Steph is intersect in the middle and intersect on the top.
Mm-mm.
So it's like a mountain or
It's a
triangle.
far
Yeah.
away road.
Okay. Yeah. Then the border, that one cannot consider one line lah, huh?
Actually, I can't really see Susan's string.
Play cheat.
Can you see? Play cheat.
Cannot
1, 2,
see.
3.
Yeah, I can see.
Got
So
extra
Cannot
soft
see.
one.
Maybe she's playing cheat and we don't know.
Mm.
Okay.
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 Okay, so actually, today's Tangle is Bravensword. I don't have the step outs with me. I probably packed them away somewhere. But
Keep in the
I have
box.
the sketchbook where is it in the short step? My iPad is lagging. So well, I'm just
Yes.
gonna show. So I have like a couple of pages where I actually have like doodled Bravensword. This was before I actually created the proper step outs. So you will see here that I actually wrote Ravensword, and then we
Even.
discovered that this was the name of a computer game. So the
Oh.
hashtag was taken. Yeah,
Oh.
and then we like this name. So Brenda and I, we like this name very much. We wanted to use it, but because the hashtag was taken, we decided not. We decided to add like a B for Brenda, and so it became Bravensword. And if you go to the blog post that accompanies the prompt, you will be able to see the entire story about, well, the entire behind the scenes of this tangle and why there are so many variations. A lot of it is very symbolic, and there are many ways to draw. So I'm just going to put this away and then sort of, well, maybe not put this away. Maybe I should show you here on another page. Yeah. So the fundamental way to draw Ravensword starts with two orbs. So this is where you decide how it will look, because if you choose two orbs, it will look in a certain way. You can also do four orbs. So with two orbs, the second step will be adding a curve. So this makes it look like a 6, and adding a curve this way makes it look like a 9. Of course, you can rotate your tile. I'm just, it's easier to sort of demo without rotating my sketchbook. So after you have put down the curves, you then connect your dots, and then you add a reverse S stroke. So you create something like a twin set of leaves. And then if it's a 4-orb Bravensword, you can actually rotate as you go to put in the curves like that, and then add in your connectors in the middle, and then do a reverse S stroke to cut through where the connectors meet. So this is a 4-point one. Of course, if you want to draw like just like a single orb, you can as well. So the single orb is much simpler. So with an orb and a connector or a stem, you're gonna start connecting your leaf this way. So it's kind of like a kala lily. You know what a kala lily is? A kala lily, but not quite. So how you embellish, there's many ways to embellish. You can also close up this leaf and then add more lines and draw in the petals if you like. Or you can add auras. So adding auras to this one. When I stepped this out, actually I was more excited about the many ways to embellish than the tangle itself. But overall, I was pretty excited about the tangle. So Ravensword was deconstructed on the last day of Brenda's 69th year. So Brenda Shaver is a friend of ours who's in Ontario, Canada. I think I met her some time ago, but it was only during the pandemic that we started chatting more often. See, she's always very busy. She always used to be very busy before the pandemic. She has a little boutique and art studio. So she also has a lot of events that she coordinates for other CCTs as well as other tanglers. So these were in-person events, and they kept her very busy. So this is another way to draw or embellish a four-prong or a four-orb with Bravensword. Yeah. So when I named this tangle, it was in honor of Brenda's 70th birthday. So it was stepped out on the 69th day, or on the last day of her 69th year for her 70th birthday. So if you can see, let me just bring you back to the sketches. If you can see, am I in the shot? Is that?
Yes, we're in
So
the shop.
so as you can see, when you create the curves, it looks like a 69. So I thought it was quite funny because, well, it was the last day of, like, basically the last day of her 69th year that I got inspired. Right. So if you are very adventurous, you can also try like a 6-orb Bravensword. So I have like the twos, the singles, the 4, and the 6. Okay, I'm done. You can also do a border if you want, but I don't have nice examples here, I think. Or do I? I have some examples, but not very proud of them. And then, of course, this is another tangle. Right. Okay.
I have some examples to share.
Okay.
So, Debbie was saying like, oh, you can add more leaves, to the radial format. So I added in the little V points. I added extra leaves, so it became an eight leaf Bravensword. And then you can add embellishment.
Overachiever.
Yeah, man. Then you can add the little
Overachiever.
embellishments to the little segment. So this was, I used the initial curve and then I turned it into flux and then sort of made it smaller and smaller and smaller until I ran out of space. So that's quite cute. And then if you look at Debbie's blog post, you can actually go to bit.ly/Bravensword to find it on our blog. She actually showed like some really nice like linear examples of it as well. So I tried to copy that. Although I think Debbie's example was a lot more neat than mine.
But I really struggled to create the border version, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was laughing with Brenda about that. I said, maybe you should create the border version because I suck at borders. Like, you know how to envision. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's like you create, right? Until a certain
then
point, you
don't know
run
how
out
to.
of the inspiration, and then you are like stuck.
Other people draw
Yeah.
nicer than the person that step out the tangle sometimes. Yeah, I feel that way
Okay, I
about
think
my
I'm going with
tangles.
this one.
Yeah. Also in Debbie's blog post, she showed like Bravensword as a fragment. So that's another way. If you want like a more simple border, you can use like the fragments like squares or triangles to create a very simple border. I added NIDA inside of this Bravensword. And then if you draw the initial orb large enough, you can actually fit circular fragments inside of the orb that creates Bravensword. So that's an interesting thing to think about. And then I also created this like feather or leaf version, twig version of Bravensword. So maybe that's something that you can play around with. Lots of possibilities with it, like Debbie said. Yeah.
I guess it can also
Susan,
look like a seashell. It looks like you have
seashell.
one that looks like a seashell.
Yeah. Susan has started her scatterings of orbs.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot of orbs.
She throws seeds on the
Yes.
ground.
Yes.
What are
I
you,
throw the seed. Then I
what are
try to
you,
find where's the estimate where's the center. Then start with
Okay.
it. So
Okay.
still not very sure what's the outcome. Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah. Why sigh?
Because now I don't know whether I got the right tile. Maybe I should switch out again.
Yeah, I can always switch.
Ayo, I keep switching leh. I'm very indecisive these few days eh.
Never mind, you can draw 2 tiles.
Yo, no thank you. I cannot even keep up with one. You guys are so fast. Yeah, see with this tile, right? I have a lot of orbs. So I can actually use them as orbs. But this one, right, I have a lot of lines and no orbs. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like stumped. Okay.
Okay. For those of you who are just joining us, we are drawing Debbie's Tangle Bravensword, and our string for today is 3 lines. The recording of this session will be available on our Instagram at 7force5rivers or on our YouTube channel. You can go to this link to find all of the previous Instagram live sessions that we have, if you prefer YouTube's format. If you want to find us on Instagram, Debbie is tangle.pursuits, Susan is susanyo.czt, and I'm at halfpen_wildrow. We'd love to see what you've created for today's session. Do tag us. And then if you want to post in our Facebook group, we're sure that everyone else who are members of the group will love to see what you've created as well. Debbie, do you have questions for today?
Yeah, I do. Do I need
the-
like
is-
a breather, or do you want me to
is-
start with the questions?
Is Bravensword like a high focus tangle?
I think like for the first time when you get the twin ops version, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think after that it's kind of like repetitive, so it's kind of easier. Yeah.
The first time I drew it, I think like cause it's been a while since I did like this sketchbook page, so I sort of like forgot how to like draw the line through it. Then I sort of didn't pass it correctly. Like it didn't go through the middle, the 4-op version. It didn't go through like the middle point, so I had to like correction tape it. Yeah, but like you said, after you do it one time on a rough piece of paper, it becomes easy because you know what to expect. It's quite a fun tangle. Lots of possibilities with it.
I think it's more of the symbolism for me. Yeah. And I'm more than happy to give this tangle to Brenda because she doesn't have any of her own. So yeah. So I mean, she's been a CCT for longer than I have. So I'm not particularly stingy with my tangles. So I'm more than happy that she takes this and then, you know, uses it as her own. If she likes, maybe she doesn't like, but I don't know. She's too nice to say.
Internally, it's like,
doesn't
so
like.
ugly. Yeah. Internally, it's like, so ugly. Okay, thank you.
No lah. I think she is kind of like haven't had a chance to really play with it as well. Yeah. So shall I start out with the question?
Sure.
Well, the first question is very easy. Yo, why so quiet?
Because people concentrating on drawing.
Nobody believes that it's very easy, is it?
No, because then it's like start off easy, then end off hard. I'm very scared.
Well, you start out very easy and then you gain momentum, right?
Okay. Yeah. Can.
Okay, so what is or what was your dream job?
What is or what was
your dream job?
My dream job.
Yeah, I mean I have to put in the past tense option because maybe you are already in your dream job. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Susan, what was
I'm still thinking.
Oh, okay. I have story I can tell.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So when I was a small child, I used to think that being a teacher would be a nice idea. Then I entered.
But you are a teacher.
Listen, but I entered primary school. Then I'm like, some children so horrible. Don't want to be teacher already. Throw away. Then I thought to myself, maybe I can be a princess. You know, last time small child. Then my mother said, you want to be princess, you must marry a prince, you know. Then she told me in a very logical way. She said, prince not everywhere have, you know, in specific countries have prince. So you have to marry into the royal family. Then I'm like, yeah, don't want lah. So I gave that up. And then after growing up, a bit of fumbling around, basically.
When you say you gave that up, it's quite funny because it's like it was an option, you know.
Yes, it was an option, you know. Very serious option. Consider about it. Then I grow up already. Then I'm like, you know what? To make myself happy, I can dress like a princess. So then I dress like a princess, dress in nice, pretty dresses. And then I thought later on, grew older, then suddenly I found my way into teaching. So, sort of, dream job became reality, I guess. Yeah. So, quite happy with where I am now. What about you, Debbie? What was
I'm
your...
wondering whether I should zoom in because I feel like my angle is like very far away.
Ooh.
Let me try and not drop the phone.
Platform
I
to zoom?
wish they made it easier to zoom in though, like without having to drop anything.
Drop anything?
Because
Nobody
yeah,
says
I mean
to drop
without
anything.
because
Yeah, okay,
because
this is
it's
much
a
better.
because it's like a digital zoom. So whenever you I guess you don't have the problem, Steph, because you are the host, right?
I have the bigger
Um
camera.
yeah, so for me, right, the screen is very small, the area,
Narrow.
and to make it worse, I'm sharing the area with the text, as in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah,
So
sometimes like when I
so
want to see your screen, I have to tap on my own
yeah,
screen to
so
see.
in a way, I mean, it's like more controls that are not intuitive. So
Mm.
so the likelihood of dropping your phone is higher lah.
Yo,
Especially for people like me, when
you
already my
Jun.
grip is no good. Already my grip is no good, right? So
Poor
this is
thing.
like testing my grip. Yeah, so when I was a child, I thought that, I would be a police officer when I grow up.
Oh,
And then when I told my grandfather that, basically he freaked out on me because
why?
because he has many sons. He only has one daughter. So to him, it's like, I've got enough sons serving the army already. Then now my granddaughter wants to go and become a boy, basically. I went through a very boyish stage when I was a child.
Mm.
Yeah. Not sure why
Then
also
why?
though.
Then why decided not to become because of your grandfather?
Okay, so no.
I thought.
Later on, when I grew up and I was looking for internships at one point. I
Mm.
also was like looking for part-time jobs, stuff like that. Um, I didn't realize that there was a height requirement for police
Oh,
officers.
okay.
Yeah. So no lah, cannot lah. Don't
Poor
meet the
thing.
requirement lah. So that is the physical aspect. And then I tried to join as a
What?
civilian later on.
Why got
But
height requirement for police officer? What's the
I don't
reasoning
know, I'm
behind?
not I'm not I'm not in the force. You need to ask someone who's in the force.
Okay, maybe tune in next week. Maybe we'll have answers.
Oh my goodness. I don't want to have the authorities come after us leh.
Or the non-emergency hotline. Hello, can I ask?
Oh my goodness.
Send an email to them.
I think I don't need to know lah. It's okay. 不用啦，不用。
不用了。
Yeah, so that was the end of it. And then my dad psyched me up to go to law school. So I went to law school for my polytechnic, and I am certified to be a paralegal. So at one point I thought I would become a lawyer. I mean, logically that is the route that most people take lah. Yeah. So most people after getting into legal studies, they do law school as a bachelor's degree. But then during my time as a polytechnic law student, I realized that I don't really like how lawyers operate. Nothing on the profession, because I know a lot of good lawyers. I know a lot of good people who work in the industry. It's just that I find it very tiring to argue with people the whole time. Yeah. And if you don't argue, you will lose, right? If you are a lawyer. You can't don't argue, right? You are being paid to argue. Yeah. So, and then it's like the wrong profession for me, you see, because I don't really like to compete. It's okay if I don't win, any argument or any discussion, right? To me, there's more to life than winning winning a verbal sort of challenge or something, like, who talks better, right? So I think I'm not cut out for it. So I didn't, after getting out of polytechnic, I decided I'm not going to be a lawyer already lah. Yeah, and I don't think my dad has gotten over that, like all these years. Yeah, he really wanted me to go through the bar and everything, but I really didn't want. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be cut out for it. Yeah, so in terms of a dream job, I don't think I don't think I've been as happy working anywhere, and I've worked in many places, full time as well as part time. I don't think I've been as happy as I am now, like doing our thing, right, with the studio. And then I think, in a way, although I didn't set out to find it, I think this is good enough for me. Yeah. Although maybe the both of you have a different something else to say about it.
What would we have to say?
Very high stress.
I think stress also got good stress and bad stress, And sometimes it's like things are like time sensitive. Then yeah, you would feel that like pressure, but I don't think it's like necessarily bad stress, nor is it like constant stress. Yeah, I think 795 works more of like seasons, I guess you can say. There are
Seasonal
where,
stress.
yeah, seasonal stress, surely. Where like some periods of time you have really a lot of stress. But then once you get past it, you get breezer, you get like...
You don't like that, if we are looking for interns, then the way you say it, the intern is going to run away before we can even hire.
No. That's why I said good stress and bad stress. And I think
But
we
then
are all
some people
reasonable.
don't want stress at all.
Yo, then don't do business lah. sit by the ocean,
They
drink
will run
martini.
away. Don't want to be interns anymore.
Yeah. Susan, what about you? Have you thought about it?
For me, actually, after my secondary school, a lot of friends that saying that what are the courses that they want to further study. Then most of them is like their parents have set for them, for example, accountant, because the parents is both accountants or maybe doctors or things. But my mom actually, she didn't expect me to like, oh, you should do this or that. So I have my freedom that to choose whatever that I like. So in the end, I just apply for the information technology, the IT, the course. So I entered to the polytechnic, then study for that. Then after graduate, become a programmer. Actually, for that kind of a job, sometimes it's quite stressful, but I quite enjoy with that. Maybe together with the colleagues, all those things. Although there's something that is quite that's not so good, for example, to handling the customer, all those things. So after that, I actually sometimes you have different kind of people. What?
Susan, you are very cute. The part where you say it's not so good, right, handling a customer, you say very fast. First, it's not so good. Faster say it.
Yeah. Not so good. Not so good. Must go away faster. Those good people stay together with me longer. So actually, after that, I still have other jobs. Then I think I quite enjoy in all the jobs, and especially like now, I have a freedom to do a lot of things to learn. Actually, I think the best part is at this moment, maybe these few years, that I can do my job at the same time. I still have time to do my self-development, to do some learning for new skill, and also work together with you too. Yeah, so it's all the very special experience. Good stress.
Seasonal stress.
Yeah. Seasonal stress. Seasonal. Yeah. we have no four season here, so we must find our own
dear.
season.
不要啊，don't want 啊。
Y'all
No.
cannot work for tourism you know not? Nobody want to come.
We are
Tourism.
honest. We are honest.
Yo.
Then you don't have false expectations, you know?
Then eventually, do you think you will go back to doing other things sooner, or you're gonna stay in whatever you are doing now, which is everything you are doing now, lah, basically? Because she's
I
doing a
think
lot of
I will still continue whatever I do now. Yeah. And I'm not sure whether am I going to do more. This one is I'm not sure.
What are you gonna do more?
I don't know
Holographica.
how you know what will happen. That one is already doing now and in my plan.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but I'm
know
not
for
sure
sure that I
whether
don't think I can do more lah.
because you already have a lot. You have a
Yeah.
lot.
I think I actually put the job hunt on hold this year. Yeah. I've been looking for a job for a long time actually. And then my previous company, the one that I worked for, we sort of like parted ways, or I left because they weren't doing so well already. So I left. That was already like 2020, you know. So it's been quite a while already. So I was actually looking for a job for 2 or 3 years. Yeah, the market is quite bad. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes now. Yeah. So Steph, are you gonna do more?
Do more.
Steph is like, yo, I better think.
I scared to verbalize anything. But universe is like, want to do more? Sure. I try to, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I try to see what, can you see? The mica make my ink spread, then look very like the block. Be
The
upset.
mica makes your ink fat.
Spread, yeah, fat spread,
Oh.
same thing. Yeah.
What paper are you using, Steph?
I think this one is, I think you gave me one. It's the large sheet one.
I gave you a lot of things I cannot remember already.
Yeah, neither can I. Sorry, can't help you there.
Maybe it's the paper.
Maybe it's the paper. Do I want to do more? I think over time, projects change. Like the projects we will take on and do will change. Hopefully, I will learn to be able to cope with more. Then
Cope with more
maybe
what? Responsibility. Work lah.
work responsibility. Yeah. And then we'll see. Like Susan said, I don't know how things will go, right? 3 years from now, 5 years from now.
But can you see what you are? I mean, can you see that you will continue doing what you are doing, or you want to
of
give up
course.
completely?
No, I'm in it for life probably.
She is someone who keeps telling us that she wants to die
Yeah.
and die young, and she's the youngest one. And then it's like
It's a dark joke.
it's not even funny.
In context, I always say, I live fast, then I die young. Check out life early, or I'll say,
You know why you should never joke about something like that?
then you really go, right?
No. It's not that. I think you never thought about it. There are a lot of people who are fighting to live, Steph. Yeah, and you are joking about dying. So it's kind of like it's not very nice if someone who is listening or someone somewhere, who is fighting for his or her life, right? To hear someone perfectly healthy and normal, right, joke about dying is not very nice. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have lost their lives in this war, in this pandemic, for example, right? And I don't think they even wanted to be part of the war. For example, some of them. I mean, who wants to be part of the war, right?
Part of the war.
Yeah, and I was reading this article earlier today that we hear about the Ukraine civilians being killed and stuff, right? They don't exactly know how many Russians on their end were killed. So can you imagine the death toll on both sides? I mean, to me, I can't wrap my brain around this war. Like I said last episode, right? I still cannot wrap my brain around this war, right? But I think it's not a matter of the politics for me, I think it's more of like the loss of life, the tremendous loss of life, like meaningless loss of life also. And some of them, right? So there have been stories emerging that, they are in the army and they have no choice, but to invade Ukraine because those are the orders. Yeah, stuff like that. So in a way, certain things can't be joked about lah. Yeah, and there are sons who will never go back to their moms because of this, right? You go off to a war, right? The army pays you, you send money home and stuff, but at the end of the day, you lose your life over something like that. And you don't even believe in it, some of them. Some of them don't even believe in it, or they have the wrong picture of what is really happening. Yeah, some of them are told like different stories just to get them to arm themselves and go, right? To conscript, you call it conscript themselves. Yeah. Yeah. There are a lot of people who are fighting to stay alive, fighting to be healthy, fighting, very hard to beat off COVID in their bodies. Right. So another article I saw was that, cases of long COVID are going up, right? Cases of relapses. So to be perfectly healthy, to be so talented, and to constantly joke about dying, right? I mean, you know what they say, right? Be careful what you wish for and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, suddenly very serious. Okay, next question. Are you a good singer? How do you know you're a
No,
good singer? What
Susan so
song would
loud
you
suddenly.
perform?
no, I cannot sing.
How do you know you
That's
cannot
why
sing?
that's my tune is not accurate. I cannot sing solo, but maybe like in the church, in the choir, okay lah. So many people sing, then so I just go in together. Then that one is okay. But if they ask me to lead for some
Shy.
songs, right? I said no. I will not be the person who lead. Yeah,
So funny.
that's why I can ask this question so fast.
No, but then if you haven't answered the last part.
Oh,
What's
which
the
If you
last
were
one?
to perform,
can you repeat?
if you were to perform, what song will you sing?
Susan.
You, as in, you
Susan.
know yourself that you are not very good at singing, right? But is there a song that you would perform?
No. Since it's not good, why I want to perform?
Not at all
Cannot.
lah.
Sing karaoke. Sing karaoke.
No,
She
I
can
didn't
pull
sing
it out.
karaoke. Every time, last time when I go to karaoke with my friends, I just sit
sit
there,
quietly.
clap. Yeah.
Sit there and clap. Oh dear.
Ah. So
Yeah, I'm
Susan.
struggling
I
with
think
this now.
after that, no one asked me to join their karaoke session
Yo,
because I didn't sing. They says, why you come here and waste money?
So, it's my money what you will tell me.
for
Maybe I
the
like to hear you all
for the
sing.
company, yeah. For the company, right? I
Mm,
mean, there are a lot of
yeah.
people
Nonsense.
who
No, I think they just joke lah.
no, there are a lot of people who actually go to karaoke just for the fun and the entertainment, right? Just to
Atmosphere.
be with friends and stuff.
Mm.
Not necessary to just sing only, I guess.
Yeah.
So funny.
Okay, Steph?
Last time I used to be in choir in primary school. Then I remember the girl standing next to me sang very
Why is
off
it always
key.
a girl that is standing next to you that offends you?
I don't know, it just happened lah. Okay, if I come up with any stories where a guy is standing next to me and offend me, I'll let you know. But anyways, the girl was singing off key, and then our choir instructor, she had this like look on her face on that day. You know, it's like first session, right, where we're like properly singing as a group. And then she's like, someone is singing off key. So like you can imagine like a group of us, right? So she'll say like, okay, half of you all don't sing. Then this smaller section, okay, the front two rows don't sing. And then slowly it got fewer and fewer and fewer people until it was just me and her. Then I thought to myself, oh my gosh, is it I'm the one that sing off key? So the choir teacher made me and her sing separately. She's like, okay, you are the one that sing off key, go stand one corner. Then the poor girl had to stand one corner for the
So
rest of,
bad.
yeah, and then I'm like, oh no. Yeah. So okay lah, not so bad.
Then you are very happy
Luckily,
Luckily,
I
no, it's
didn't
not.
join the choir. Otherwise, I would be the one who stand alone at one side.
It's not so much like she's the one that sing off key. It's more of like, wow, hey, it's not I sing off key. You know, it's like relief more so than like trying to laugh at her and all that. So I really thought like, oh, maybe it's me who sing off key, you know, all this time. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't think of this answer also. I mean, although I came up with the questions, right?
Question. Yeah.
I didn't pre-prep my own answer also. Yeah. I think I used to be a better singer. Nowadays, I haven't sung in a long time. I haven't sang anything in a long time. So I don't know whether I've lost it or not. Though, I think it's not something that you lose easily lah. It's kind of like, you know, once you learn really, right, it's not something that you forget lah. Yeah, but I haven't sung in a long time also.
Then Susan, do you know how to play instruments if you are not you don't really have?
I try to I learn few, but it's not maybe just 1 or 2 years. I learn organs when I during my primary school. Then in my poly, I think I joined the Chinese orchestra. Then choose the flute, 笛子. Yeah, but that one I think only few months that I joined, then I left.
I thought
so
you were
you think-
in St. John's Ambulance Brigade.
Can have two
Yeah,
CC,
I'm St. John.
Well, this
I'm
woman has
St. John.
everything, man.
She had a very fruitful life. Everything also do.
Yeah.
The both of them are overachievers. I cannot compete.
No, so you think that you are
I'm
bad.
St. John in my.
So
Sorry?
you think you're bad at singing because you can actually tell that tonally your singing is
Yeah.
off lah. It's not your tone deaf. It's
Yes.
you understand the tone. That's why you know that you're singing no good. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But some people cannot sing because they got no tone differencing. You know? They cannot tell that they're off key. So this kind
I
of people,
can tell.
Yeah, this kind of people singing also cannot. Music also cannot. They don't know how to play instruments also.
Well, I used to sing a cappella. I just
Oh,
remembered.
that's nice. Wow, just
I haven't
remember.
sung.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
No, because Susan was talking about how she's in this and then how she's in that in her school days, right? Then I thought about
What did I do?
Oh yeah, I also was in So I actually sang in an a cappella group. And a cappella is very hard to sing, you know, because if the first person gets the note wrong, or the beat wrong, then the whole song is gone. Yeah. So we actually went into the finals, I think, of one competition. Yeah, and then we blew it at the finals.
Oh,
then
so sad.
they picked a much younger group than us. Yeah. I wasn't that upset because to me it's like don't have lor.
For fun.
Yeah, but I think my group there were some of them who were quite upset. There were 4 of us only lah. Yeah, it was part of the law course that I was at. So 4 of us were from the same course. It's not a CCA where you have a club, you know, and then you have like a coach. Our coaches were our lecturers, and one of them was Sylvia Lim. So she was one of our coaches for a cappella group. Yeah. And then I think after that I sort of like I do like a cappella music, but I think after that I sort of like stopped listening to music for some time as well.
No.
I'm not
It's
sure
like, okay,
why.
enough.
I mean, I
Done
I
already.
still from time to time I still listen to music, but there was a period in my life where I totally stopped.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just like how I used to read a lot, read, and then suddenly I just totally stop. Overkill. You know, you like something a lot, right? And then after like 10 of it, you are like sick already.
Mm.
Mm.
So what song will you sing, Debbie? What song do you sing that you like in an a cappella group?
I cannot remember the songs that we sang. I almost altogether forgot about it. Then I thought about it. Then
Throw
I
away.
can remember this one. Then now I can remember the rest. Yeah. I guess for a song, I would sing. Actually, I haven't sang anything in a long time. Yeah. I really don't know what I would sing. I probably won't perform now. Like Susan, I won't perform.
Mm.
You and what song will you sing?
I don't know that, but I can remember what song our choir used to sing. We sang.
That's cheating. It's not the correct answer.
Fair enough. It's like a bridging answer. We sang
No,
like
it's like I used to do this, so I pass liao. No need to answer liao.
very good. We used to sing like getting to there was this
Oh my
time we
goodness.
performed at Jurong Bird Park. Then we sang a song called Feed the Birds.
Aiyo.
And then our group
But you're not supposed to feed the birds.
our group it's a very sad song. It's a song about this like old lady who's like selling like
Go there and sing a sad song.
bags of like bird seeds to people so that she can like earn money. Then it's like a really sad song saying like won't you like be kind and like give her money so that you can feed the poor birds. Yeah, then you go there, go sing. Yeah. But we did end up feeding the birds because you can actually buy I still remember you spend $2, then you get a little cup of like sweetened water. And then the parrots will
Nectar.
come.
It's called nectar.
Nectar, there we go. And then the birds will come down and then you can feed the birds, literally.
Yeah, but other than that, you're not supposed to feed, right?
Yeah. Not supposed to feed them like home food,
Yeah.
right? So it was quite
Human
I still
food.
remember like human food.
Human food.
I still
Not home food.
I still remember we had little uniforms.
For the
It
birds.
was no not for the birds. For us, human uniform. Yeah, it was a silk material. It's a white shirt with like a blue ribbon tie, and then we wore blue skirts. Yeah.
Don't you think it would be so cute if the birds had uniforms?
Oh my goodness! Then you go and sing "Feed the Birds," and then they are dressed in like little blue skirts matching us.
Cute what?
Cute.
Idea,
Of course, cute. Yeah.
Okay, so my 3 lines kind of like became like this, and like this. I don't think you can see it anymore.
Cannot see already.
Yeah.
Susan using her grey microns already. Very nice. So like bouquet of flower.
I found that it looked like a Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. A bit early, yeah, Susan.
Yeah, too early.
It's okay, we save it.
Are we ready for the next question or you want some more time?
Okay.
Why don't you do a plug first?
Why don't I do a what? A plug.
Plug. Because every time when I want to start on a question, then you want to do the plug.
Yes.
So I let you go first.
Must do like a clean segue, right? Yeah, so if you're just joining us, hi, hello. A recording of this session will be available on our Instagram at 7forest5 rivers. Debbie, Susan are joining me today. You can find Debbie at tangle.pursuits and Susan at susanwu.czt. My name is Stephanie. You can find me at havepen_willdraw. And Bravensword is the featured Tangle for this week in the 7F5R challenge group. You'll find the group by searching 7F5R Challenge in the search bar on Facebook, or you can visit this link bit.ly/FB7F5R. If you prefer to watch a recording of this session over on YouTube, you can search for our YouTube channel, 7F55 Studio. You can go to this link to directly find it. For today's session, Debbie asked us to use 3 lines for our string. She gave us a few options. These are some of the options, letter I, letter Y, or if you see the Tangle Cubine, that's also, you can do it that way. You can use curvy lines as well, it's really up to you. And of course, Bravensword, you can go to this link to find a very detailed blog post that Debbie made explaining the symbolic importance of the tangle and also lots of different ideas for what you can do with Bravensword. Yeah. Talk about the word sword. Last time my husband used to say, I used to pronounce it sword. I think it's like, no, it's not sword, it's sword. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was thinking to myself, how often do we use the word sword anyways? You know, not gonna show up in like normal everyday conversation. And then because I said that, right, the next few library books that I borrowed from my daughter all had the word sword in it. I was like, well, okay. Then I will be reading out like, and then the knight had a sword, and then my husband will go, sword, not sword. I'm like, okay. So that's how it's being imprinted in my brain.
Well, if he keeps
Sword.
correcting you, then maybe he should be the one reading the
Yeah,
bedtime story.
exactly. You do it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, can I
Okay.
ask now?
Okay.
Okay, this next question is a bit long.
Oh, split
Okay,
into
so
parts.
all of us are very busy, right?
Mm.
All of us are very busy, and then there are a lot of things that a lot of responsibilities that we take on as grown-ups. Basically, I don't think it comes with just any job. I mean, any job will have responsibilities, but just being a grown-up, you have more responsibilities already.
Mm.
So it's not tied to any particular job or profession. All of us have a daily routine and a daily way of lifestyles. Like, maybe I mean, even if you are working or you're not working, you already have a certain something that you do regularly, right? So my question actually is, if you could permanently remove one thing from your daily routine, that means your daily routine can comprise of well, if you are Susan, probably 300 things. If you are Stephanie, probably 30 things,
So
right?
bad.
So at least I didn't say 3 things.
3 things.
You know
We're
how we
already
do
tired.
3
Okay.
squares, and then we do 3 circles,
There's
and
3
then we do 3
responsibilities.
seats, and then and then we do 3 triangles, so Steph will do 3 things.
Yeah. 3 responsibilities. There we go. 3 tasks.
Yeah, so for Susan, the overachiever, you have like 300 things.
No, that not that much lah.
Stephanie might have 30 things,
300.
right? And then if you are like Debbie, it's either 3 or 3,000 things.
No in between.
Yeah, so what is the one thing that you would permanently remove if you had a choice? You get what I'm trying to say, not? That means you can have so many things in one day, but what is the one thing that you regularly do almost every day or every day that you could permanently take away from your life?
Does it have to be a responsibility or can it be like a task?
It's something in your routine, your day-to-day routine.
Something in my day. Does commuting
Yeah.
count?
Yeah, you're doing it.
I really dislike commuting.
Then you
If I can
teleport.
yeah, I was going to say, if I can magically teleport to the studio, I'll be very happy. Do you know actually there's a study that was done that showed that
About teleporting?
No, about commuting. It greatly decreases a person's happiness, you know?
And then how?
So,
When
but
you
then
learn how
what
to
to do?
drive?
What, there's still commuting, right? At least in public transport, you
Oh.
can just sort of space out. When you're driving, you cannot space out. You space out, you get into a car accident.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
I
you should
think,
drive too.
yeah. So, but like, if there's a way to
But
like
Susan
teleport,
can
that
drive.
would be nice. Susan can drive, yes.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So
I drive in Malaysia.
do you find it annoying to commute? Is public transport better or is driving yourself better? What do you think? Since you have like both, because
Actually, I enjoy both. Last time when after I graduated, I working in Singapore for a few years. Then I take train, then bus. Then I quite enjoy because you just sit there, you can just take out
yeah
a book
go
and read. Yeah. So when you reach the destination, you just
you're there.
yeah. Then when I drive, as long as there's no bad traffic jam, then I quite enjoy driving.
But driving in Malaysia is very different from driving in Singapore. Yeah. Even well, yeah. So last time when I was living in Australia, right, I thought about getting my driver's license, you know. But then I realized that driving there and driving here, right, is very different. And at that point, because my budget was so tight, I thought that, you know, I would never come. I mean, even if I were at that point, because at that point I didn't know that I was coming back to Singapore, right? But even if
So you
I
thought you'd
did come
stay
back to
there.
Singapore, I know that I wouldn't be buying a car, you know, and stuff like that. And then also at that point, I didn't get the chance to learn because my budget was very tight then, and you know, you think that even if you stay on, you have an opportunity later, you know, that kind of thing. So I ended up not, learning how to drive when I was there, which was something that I do regret actually. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you are going to remove commuting.
Commuting, yes, if it's physically possible. I also think eating was my second choice, but I do enjoy eating sometimes, so it's not so bad.
I
Commuting
think
is
you are the
annoying.
one who loves food most. When you remove eating, then you
I like
remove your
snacks,
joy,
but I
right?
find like
That's eating also what?
nourishing
You
my
drink,
body
you drink the snack.
annoying. If I can eat like a pill and then that's like my daily nutritional requirement, I'll be very happy.
But you will still
Then don't have to
snack.
think. Yeah, so that's like snacking for pleasure, not to nourish my body, you know? I don't
Nobody
like.
snacks to nourish their bodies there.
Yeah lah. So I'm just saying, the
You are
nourishing
like
the body
saying
part is
that
annoying.
the
I enjoy snacking. I just
So
don't like
so
get
so
it.
maybe so maybe you the things that you want to remove is the hunger
food. Yeah,
without
right.
feeling hunger. Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
No, but
it's like the stuff that she says cannot make sense one sometimes.
yeah, it cannot
!aiyo!
make sense. But there is a
Yeah,
sickness where person doesn't feel hunger, you know.
yeah, I don't
It's
feel
not
hunger
something that you
sometimes.
want. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't feel
it's not
hunger.
good. It's not good.
I don't digest very well. Yeah.
Poor thing.
But after
So
after moving into plant-based and stuff for the past, I don't know how long I've been on plant-based, maybe a month, I'm starting to feel hunger again and starting to feel, I'm starting to process carbs again. So yeah, that's a good thing because there was a long time that I think actually for the past 10 years I cannot digest carbohydrates well. So yeah, that's the only thing that has improved in the past few weeks, months. In the past month, yeah.
yeah.
So you are going to remove hunger and commuting, is it?
Commuting hunger is okay.
Hunger is okay. You know, now she changed her mind again, Susan. How?
No, I say hunger was my first one. It was my first thought. Then I thought
No,
about
you
it.
said
Then
food.
commuting is worse. Oh no, this is too dark. Susan, what about you? What annoying thing will you remove from your life?
But I don't want to remove it permanently yet.
Want to put horse
I
button?
want to remove, but I don't remove.
I don't want because okay, I'm not the person who like cooking, but I am not going to remove it permanently from my life. Yeah, just if I remove it, then which is next time if I really have the interest want to cook something, then I cannot cook.
These
So
two
there's
always think
nothing.
about food. Do you realize?
No, but it's annoying. It's like you have
But
to
the
like
both of
eat
you only think
healthy.
about food.
Otherwise your body will be out of whack.
But that's my answer lah.
What about you,
Oh.
Debbie? What about your answer?
So you want to remove it, but you don't want to be permanent.
Permanent, yeah. Pause
Oh,
button.
No,
very
I
hard to
just
grant your wish.
want.
You know.
Yeah,
Last
very
time
hard.
when we were young, right? when we were young, there's this story where the fairy godmother grant 3 wishes, right? I think we got a problem. Can you imagine you go to the fairy godmother? I want this wish, but I don't want it to be permanent. And then I want this
Yeah,
one,
a lot
and
of
then I want
condition behind.
oh my goodness.
I got
The
a
fairy
story.
godmother will be like,
I
you want to
got
go away.
I got a story about wish. I remember one of my birthdays, right? You know, birthday wishes.
Oh, it's not the question, eh? Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
go, go,
this
go.
is I tell you the story. Then after that, at the point of time, I had just we had just adopted this black cat. His name is Hoo Hoo, very naughty little cat that now is with my mom. So at the point of time, Hoo Hoo was quite small, not as small as like the kittens that Debbie fosters lah. Fostered, pardon me.
You very long ago already.
Yeah,
Don't
but
even dare
it's
to
like
talk
small
about it
size,
anymore.
and I never had a younger cat. I always had like older cats because I adopted them when they were older. So I wished, I spent my wish for that year. I said I wish that Hoo Hoo will remain small forever. And really, she hasn't grown since then. You know, she's been
You
that
very horrible lah.
medium-ish size. And I told my mother, why my whole life that was the one wish that could be granted, and I go and waste it on this cat. I'm like, I wish it can remain a small size. Yeah, so that's the
This
funny
child,
story that I
this
have.
child.
Yeah, man. So, Debbie,
Then
what
what your
about
mother
you?
say?
My mother was like, yeah, it's okay.
I thought your mother freaked out about it.
No, she was okay. Small
And
size
please
cat.
don't wish anything on my cats, can?
Yeah, man.
Leave them alone, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So, what annoying
Yeah.
part of your life would you want to get rid of, Debbie?
I think I would like to remove the need for sleep.
Yeah, because that takes up a lot of time, right?
Yeah. So the
So that you
things
could
that take up
function
a lot
without
of
sleep.
time, right? Yeah. So like for example, the things that take up a lot of time, right? Most of it is sleep. Sleep, and then like maybe
Yeah, sleep is actually the
for me,
most. Yeah, I never thought about that.
I
See,
don't
Debbie's
mind
smart.
commuting. I don't mind commuting actually. I find it very relaxing sometimes. Like from one place to another, and then you are
You
like
sit there,
trying to
stone.
decompress. Oh, I've been joining off camera, have
I
I?
get that.
Oops, sorry. And you need to tell me that, cause my phone is kind of like more than 40 cm away from me.
Okay.
Because of the angle, I cannot move it closer, so I cannot see the screen at all. Yeah, so if I'm off, you need to say something. Yeah, because I won't know until I see it on the iPad, which sometimes is lagging. Yeah, so I would like to remove the need for sleep. Yeah, because I find that we spend too much time on it, and then we cannot sleep less than 7 hours, right? Normally.
Normally.
Yeah, the recommended.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I can do without sleep, maybe it's better. But then of course I know lah, we can't lah. So that's something that no choice lah, got to accept, right? But that would be nice because then it gives us a lot of time.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot of time. Yeah.
So, what have we learned, Susan? If got a wish granting fairy that showed up, we say, can you please excuse me and you call my business partner? You
For
call
what?
Debbie to ask
You don't
what is a
want.
good wish to have. It's a waste your wish on wishing that the cat is small forever. Hiya.
Poor cat.
Oh, she's
What the
doing
cat do to
perfectly.
you?
She's fine. She's a cute size. She's very smart.
It doesn't make it better, Steph.
Well, I don't know whether it's my wish that we made it small or it's just
No,
it's done
but
growing.
cats, when they are kittens in the wild, right?
Ah.
Or when they don't have maybe I should zoom out lah. I keep drawing off camera. Hang on lah. Yeah, so when they don't have enough nutrition when they are like very young, they tend to have stunted growth.
Oh,
Yeah, so it could be. Oops, sorry.
so she got
Suddenly
not
I
enough
see my
nutrition.
face.
Hello.
Yeah, I tell you my camera. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, and I'm very unglam today. I'm like very sweaty and stuff because I was packing and unpacking. Yeah.
So maybe the meow meow
Yeah.
no eat food.
Yeah, so they actually look smaller than they really are. Like they could be for example, right, I think a 2-month-old kitten in a home, right,
Mm.
can be up to 3 or 4 times bigger than a normal kitten. Like when you find them on the streets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's been true
Mm.
for
It's just
Mimi.
like how last time when I had the hamsters,
Mm.
they were very gigantic for the breed.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Whereas in the pet shop, if you buy from the pet shop,
It's small.
they are actually half the size.
Yeah. I agree with
Because
that
of the
because I remember.
nutrition. Yeah. The
Yeah, I remember.
parents' nutrition as well.
I remember my other cat Mimi. Then got one time I had to bring her to the vet. Then so happened to have the same breed of cat at the vet on the same day. Then
But there's no breed.
the other apparently there is the other cat so bloody big. And then my cat so small.
Mimi
And
is
I'm
a
like,
breed,
why?
meh? What breed is Mimi?
I think she's I can't remember. To go
I thought she's
online.
not.
She is, she is. She is, she
You
is.
anyhow assign her a breed. You
Hey,
want this?
can do can do cat ancestry
Yo.
test, you know. I'm like, oh my goodness.
But you don't have the parents, what?
Well, you can do like a blood test to find out like what breed your cat is. Saliva test, blood test, I'm
I
not
think it's
sure.
like something like those 10,000 ways to waste money kind of thing.
Yeah, if you like very ing, right?
Why
then
you need to do that? Like as though I
what?
mean, if let's say okay, there is such a thing for people who breed their cats. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Because one
You need
female
to
cat, when they are pregnant with a litter, let's say there are 6 babies in the stomach at the same time, right?
can be for
The
different
litter can have many different fathers.
others.
That
Yeah.
same litter. So that's why you need the paternal testing is for breeders.
To find out who needs to pay child
Yeah,
support.
yeah, yeah.
Kitten support.
No, it's kind of like so that they can inform people who are interested in
Who's the
buying
papa?
what are the possible colors. No, it's
Oh,
not,
okay.
Steph. Stop guessing.
Okay.
Guess also wrong.
Trying to have fun.
It's kind of like, if let's say for example, I have like a grey cat, right? And then I have another color which is maybe tabby, right? So you can actually calculate the possibilities of the colors in that litter by knowing the parentage. Because for hamsters it's easier to calculate because there are fewer gene types. It is a science that there is really something like that, So you basically, if you are like I was when I was breeding hamsters, right? You can basically narrow down what the litter will look like, and then you can basically tell people who are queuing up what they can expect and whether they are keen or not to wait. So last time when I had the hamstery, right? Once the female hamster is pregnant, and I know which is the dad lah because they live together, right? Not like parentage is a question mark, but I will normally do a calculation based on the ancestry because I used to have them in many like generations. So I have their grandparents, their great grandparents. So I can actually calculate pretty accurately what the litter will be like. And I'm the sort of person, right? I believe in very ethical practices. So what happens is that before I even get my hamsters to be put together, or rather when they start being put together, right, I will open up like registration for people to submit their interest to purchase or to adopt, So every hamster that is born, right, will definitely have a home.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But there are breeders who don't do that lah, right? Yeah.
Just
So there
anyhow.
are breeders who don't know how to calculate also. So this is something that is not just dogs and cats or hamsters lah. Basically, the genetics play a part in the color code and stuff, right? The code, the fur code, and then the markings, right? So basically, you know a good breeder from knowing whether they know how to calculate this. Of course, the breeder, depending on the breeder's experience, him or her can be more or less accurate lah. Yeah, so that's how you know someone has been breeding the hamster line for a long time, or the line of cats for a long time, is that they are very, very accurate in their predictions.
It's stable, yeah.
No, because they have all the parentage, right? They have all the information. So if I were to start, okay, remember there were a lot of people who were asking me to start the hamster thing again recently. If I were to start now, right, I'm starting from brand new, nothing, on hand, because I got no more breeding stock. I don't have any more parents on hand.
So you start from zero.
So yeah, you start from zero, right? You are going in blind also. You realize? So if I start from zero and I buy from a shop, right, I cannot guarantee what I'll get. It's like lotto.
That's how it
Buy
goes.
hamster, lotto.
Shall we do a towel check-in?
Do ah. Start with yours.
Do
Yeah, do.
I'm working on highlights. I decided to paint my background purple. And then I added
How is that purple?
It's purple. It's just layered over the red. I think it's showing up darker on camera than it is in real life. It's actually not that dark. Yeah, then
Should I zoom in a bit? Like
yeah,
I feel
far away.
I feel like it's very I need to find a better stand.
In out, shake it all about.
Yeah. I need one that can sort of like bend a bit more. This one is like the angle is too
Slanted.
yeah.
Susan, how's your Christmas tree?
Yeah,
Usually we make
I'm
Christmas
doing the
tree
shading
necklace.
now. Then I have a border with the
Bravensword
Bravensword.
border
Yeah.
triangle. Yeah.
Then a little bit of mocha here to decorate.
The Bravensword on the Christmas tree look like, what is it called? Poinsettia, is it? The red colour flower.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plain
Debbie,
flower.
what about you, Debbie?
What about me?
Your towel lah, what about nothing about you.
I don't know. What about you?
I just try my
No.
best.
Nothing about me. Well, I will say that my tree lines are gone.
Yeah, man.
So no, where the tree lines are. I think one was here, and one was here. Probably where the Braven swords are, directly on. I didn't expect my towel to be so busy. Oh, apparently I'm going to Madame Tussauds tomorrow.
Oh, okay,
Do you
that's
pronounce it
nice.
as Tussauds?
Tussauds, yeah.
Tussauds?
Tussauds?
Is it Tussauds or Tussauds?
Let's consult Google.
I didn't know I'll be going tomorrow. My aunt decided for us.
Okay. She's like,
Well,
off you
it's
go.
nice to get out of the house lah. I've been like I've been like packing and packing and unpacking. Yeah. So it's kind of a nice change. Where are you going tomorrow? It's your off day, right?
My mom is coming over. So that's nice. Come, let's find out how to pronounce it. Okay, bro.
Why is it so long?
Tussauds. Yeah, okay.
Tussauds.
He took a while to get there. Tussauds. Okay, good to know.
Tussauds. To read.
Tussauds. Yes. Tussauds. To read. To embroider. Are you like excited to see a particular person?
No. I didn't even know we were going until just now, actually.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
we are hearing
that's
recent
how-
news.
Yeah. I haven't been there, actually.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Never been there. I think she wants to use her rediscovery vouchers. Yeah. And apparently they were very difficult to redeem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was kind of hard to book or something like that. Maybe I should do another question.
Mm.
What is the weirdest food you have ever eaten?
Weirdest food you've ever eaten. I guess being French, escargot. But to a lot of people, that's not weird.
Susan, eh?
I think it's the Japanese. Is it called natto?
Natto, yeah, the bean.
Yeah, the very sticky bean. Yeah, that one is a very healthy food, but I I cannot accept it.
I
So
also
you ate it,
cannot.
but you didn't
I
enjoy
cannot.
it. Okay.
How do you know you cannot? You had it in Japan, is it?
Yes.
My husband likes it a lot though.
Oh, okay.
He can eat a lot.
I,
But
I, I
I'm
think
very
I think
scared.
I when I back to Malaysia, I still tried once, but I still cannot accept. So I
Okay,
already gave it
for
second chance.
natto, right? You need to eat the one that is handmade, you know, because right, we discovered that the store bought ones.
Oh, okay.
So you know they sell also like in the supermarkets and stuff like that, right? So because it's convenient ma, you can pack it and then you know it just
Just eat it.
just take it out and yeah.
Snack. Yeah.
So actually we discovered some time ago, my husband and I, that actually it contains a lot of high fructose corn syrup, which is cancer causing agent.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a proven cancer causing agent, and all the brands basically have it that are in the shop
It's meant to be sweet.
for natto. No, it's not. High fructose corn syrup is actually not just a sweetener, but it's also like a taste
Stabilizer.
enhancer.
Oh, okay.
So it makes things taste better.
Nicer.
Yeah. So I think right, if you do actually know someone who likes natto, right, it's better not to buy from the shop, but go for handmade types because it's after all a fermented product, right, that you can make. But to make it, I think maybe they need to make it like shelf stable. So that's why they put in,
It
yeah.
lasts longer.
And it's not necessarily healthy anymore because I mean you can be healthy lah, and then it causes you cancer for what, right? Yeah.
I thought of something else that our viewers might consider weird. That we as Singaporeans and Malaysians might not consider weird. Durian. Durian, I think a lot of Europeans or Americans will be weirded out by. But it's nice. I like it.
I don't know of anything that you don't eat, Steph.
God,
I'm not saying it in a bad way.
remember last time I don't eat tauge?
I'm not saying in a bad way though.
No, but there are things that I don't enjoy.
Like what? Only tauge, but tauge.
Bean sprout for who don't speak who not Singaporean Malay, what's tauge? What's wrong with tauge? Tauge prices
Koreans
going up.
also eat tauge. Japanese also eat tauge.
Yeah.
But they don't call it that tauge lah, of course.
Can I get tauge, please? What's that? What?
I think I'm a very boring person. I don't really have something weird. But what I don't like is raw egg.
Oh, okay. Raw egg.
Yeah, I don't like raw egg.
Like the Japanese.
I mean, I don't like the taste of raw egg. I think I only ate raw egg when I was in Japan because in Japan, right, it is very, very, very fresh. Like you cannot smell anything, you know. It's not
so it's
you know,
a
sometimes
scent
when
thing.
you crack open a raw egg, right, there is a weird smell of like sulfur, you know. Yeah. it's kind of like a, I'm not sure how to explain it lah, but it makes me think of sulfur. And then I don't like that smell. So I don't take raw egg unless I'm in Japan. And
Okay.
then if I'm in Japan and then I have to take raw egg, it's not so bad. But I think a lot of people eat raw egg though. Especially, when they do like what's that called? Sukiyaki? Yeah,
So you have to drop
sukiyaki.
the egg
Yeah.
into
And
the
then
soup.
my grandfather told me one time, I'm not sure whether his story had an impact on me not liking raw egg or not lah. Okay,
Oh,
but
might
but
be
it's
traumatizing.
it's something that he told me about. So, my grandfather used to be very close to his dad and his uncle. I think uncle. Yeah, when
Uncle?
they were younger lah, when they were all around. Of course, my grandfather has passed on already by now lah. But when he was young, they migrated to Singapore together, and I'm not sure whether this uncle is blood related in the first place because
Oh, okay.
my grandparents, right, their family genealogy is kind of lost in
Oh,
the
okay.
sense that we know that there are ancestors in China, but we have no way of contacting them. And then on my grandmother's side, I think her brother and sister did not have children, so they have passed on already, something like that. So the genealogy is like very confusing lah on my dad's side. And then, so he used to be close to one of the uncles. I'm not sure whether it's related by blood or adopted. In those days, people adopt like just any old child, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and there's no paperwork, so you don't even know whether what name the child will go by, or maybe the child can change name and you also don't know, stuff like that. Or maybe the child doesn't even have like an idea of who his or her parents are, and it's very common in those days because a lot of them were very poor.
Don't even know the exact birth date.
Yeah, a lot of them were very poor, so it's very common. Yeah. So my grandfather told me that he had this uncle, right? Whenever he sees last time in those days, right, the Chinatown was very dirty. Hygienic the hygienic conditions were very poor in Singapore, in Chinatown, especially. And there were rats all over the place. Mice, rats, And then there was this neighbor of my grandfather's in the same street. So I think they are like either next door or maybe a couple doors away from where my grandparents used to live. So they live in a shop house, right? And in a shop house building, the whole shop house can be divided into many smaller apartments. Which is actually is really very amazing how compact they used to share their areas, like how compact everyone used to live. So they used to share their areas, and it's kind of amazing that a huge family can have like just 3 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms or even 1 bedroom, because that's how poor they were last time. So my grandfather told me that because the next door neighbor likes to breed snakes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I don't know whether these snakes were eaten or what, because Chinese, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
eat anything that moves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So or rather they eat anything with the back towards the sky.
Okay.
So
Specific way of saying.
like if the sky shines on your back and you are a pig, you can be eaten lah.
Okay, poor piggy.
Or yeah. So that is how their culture is, or our culture used to be, because seeing we are all Chinese, right? Or somewhat. Yeah. So
I am the
the idea
somewhat.
is that if the sun shines on your head, you are not edible.
Oh, we are not edible.
So yeah, we are not halal.
Monkey?
Do you remember
Cannot.
that conversation?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you commit some kind of
social
some
faux
kind of
pas.
like a no,
Crime.
it's like you commit an act of unnatural act lah if you do it lah. It's not like you will get killed or something. It's just unnatural act lah.
Ugh.
Okay, so back to this. So one of the neighbors was breeding snakes, outside the house or something like that, in a cage, and then because he's breeding snakes, he has to breed mice.
Feed the
That is
snakes.
that I don't know where this is going.
Yeah, man, I was like, yeah, I'm like, I don't like where this is going.
So apparently that uncle or whoever it was, some relation, right, found a baby mouse that I don't know, crawled in through the walls or something. Because last time they don't have like concrete walls, it's all wooden boards. I mean, they do have like concrete structure, but then the walls
Those
are
partitions
boards.
lah.
A lot of boards, yeah. So someone was breeding snakes, and then breeding mice to feed the snakes, and then one day one of the they were always finding baby mice lah around lah. Because mouse when it's a mouse, they don't control the mouse. They will sort of like give birth anywhere, right? Because they look for a hole to give birth, right? They look for like a tunnel or a nest, right? So basically, this uncle found a baby mouse, and then he put it into a raw egg, and he ate it. He just swallowed it. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. And I think at that point when I heard about this story, I was already rearing hamsters. So I was so disgusted.
Wonderful.
I was so disgusted with the story. Yeah, I was so disgusted. I was like, oh my god, like, why I got such, like family members, can throw away one or not, Yeah, basically. Yeah, so that led to me not trying to not associate with my family. Don't even know whether it's blood related or not, I just don't want already. You go away.
I remember finding crocodile meat.
Yeah, so raw egg. I don't like raw egg.
I remember finding
To me, it
crocodile meat.
tastes weird.
Crocodile meat in a local supermarket in Singapore. I was like, oh, okay, they sell crocodile meat. That's interesting.
Yeah, because they think it's a cure for asthma. Yeah, my cousin used to have that when she was young, because she had asthma.
Then did it work? Did it fix it?
Well, I don't know. You know her as well. Pauline.
Oh, okay.
Pauline used to, Pauline used to have crocodile meat.
Weird beliefs. Well, it works.
Being Chinese, right? They eat everything.
Yeah.
I'm not very proud of that fact, though. I feel like we are very horrible. We are a horrible race.
Well, I mean, Europeans, I know that French people, some of them eat horse meat. Is that back to the sky?
Japanese also eat horse meat.
Back to the sky, yeah? Is.
No,
So-
but then how do you explain rabbit meat? Hop to the sky.
Hop. What? It's still back, what? Yeah, like on the ground. Eh? Poor rabbit. I used to have a pet rabbit. Oh, I used to have a pet rabbit. And I remember my grandma used to joke me. She's like, oh, when the rabbit died, we were cooking into a stew, and then I could understand
She
her.
almost said hamster.
Yeah, I almost said hamster. Then I started crying to my mother, yelling at her, saying like, tell grandma, she's not supposed to see my rabbit. Then my grandma was like, no, I'm just joking. Ugly crying, Yeah. So, right. I think that's about all.
But why would you? Yeah. So I said, right? Chinese are horrible, right? The kind of jokes that we crack also very horrible. Yeah, man.
Why would you eat the poor rabbit? Yeah, poor thing. Someone's a pet, right?
Steph is like, it's my rabbit.
Yeah.
It's my one.
So poor thing. Yeah. So anyways, we hope you enjoyed today's session. These questions were a little more eccentric than usual.
Good what?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, so to recap, the string that we used was made out of 3 lines, and we played with the Tangle Bravensword by Debbie New. Yeah, you like to find Debbie on Instagram, you like to tag her, you can tag her at tangled.pursuits. Susan Yu is Susan Yu.
You can also tag Brenda
Yeah, Brenda. What's her Instagram account?
Brenda Shaver.
Brenda Sheila. Yeah. And then I am halfpen_will draw. A recording of this session will be made available on our Instagram, 7 Forests 5 Rivers, and also on our YouTube channel. Please also post your tile in the 7F5R Challenge Facebook group. You can search for 7F5R Challenge or follow this link to find it. Yeah, we'll love to see you next week, 2:45 p.m. on Wednesday, where we'll have a new string and a new tangle to play with. And you can just join us to hang out, or if you like to tangle with us, you can of course grab a tile and some pens and see what you create along with us. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Maybe Susan, would you all like to say closing words before we end this session?
See you next week.
Yeah, see you
Yeah,
next week.
see you next week.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. I kind of I think I should hold up my towel. Can you see
Yeah.
the shimmer? I was just
think
admiring it.
I think it'd be a lot easier to see in photos, right? Because on camera,
Yeah.
very difficult to capture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see you next week. Bye.